Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Kal Halal Wahawadla Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Recha Kodash. Double honor to the elder apostles of the Great Millstone GMS who rule well and who teach well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect. Yahweh Ratazah. So, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying, and the title of this lesson will be Babylon is Finished, More Store Closures and Job Cuts. So, I've got a lot of articles, right, a whole plethora of articles, all right, regarding right, job cuts and store closures, okay, and yeah, man, all of this is done by design, right, because they are transitioning over to the fourth industrial revolution, right, hence the major store closures and job cuts, okay, so this isn't random, all right. The first one from the Sun, right, this was published today, 24th of February 2025, okay, and it says mixed bag of issues slam Hooters diners after chain closes down dozens of locations and bankruptcy rumors swirl. As the popular sports bar plans to restructure in the coming months, customers have called out several key issues contributing to the chain's decline. Okay, up above it says Hooters has potential Chapter 11 bankruptcy plans underway, but the move comes as no surprise to diners. All right, that's it right there. Okay, skip to the next one. All right. This is voanews.com, put up yesterday, the 23rd of February this year. Trump administration fires 2,000 USAID workers, puts thousands of others on leave. Okay. Hey, so people are going to protest and take to the streets now more so than ever. It's already happening, but there's going to be more of that, man. Okay. Washington. The Trump administration said Sunday that it was placing all but a fraction of staffers at the U.S. Agency for International Development on leave worldwide and eliminating 2,000 US based staff positions. The move was the latest and one of the biggest steps yet toward what President Donald Trump and cost cutting ally Elon Musk say is their goal of gutting the 6-decade old aid and development agency in a broader campaign to slash the size of the federal government. The move comes after a federal judge on Friday allowed the administration to move forward with its plan to pull thousands of USAID staffers off the job in the United States and around the world. Okay, so it's not just limited to Babylon the Great America alone. All right. U.S. District Judge Carl Nichols rejected pleas in a lawsuit from employees to keep temporarily blocking the government's plan. All right. Go to the next article, usatoday.com. Okay. So expect an uptick in crime. All right. Meanwhile, things are getting more expensive. So here we are from usatoday.com. Denny's closing more restaurants, over 150 locations impacted by wave of closures. Denny's announced this week it is closing more locations than originally planned. All right, so they already planned to close some, but they're closing more. They're closing even more now. Okay, yeah. Back in October, the diner's chain leadership announced plans to close 150 lower performing stores by the end of 2025, starting with 50 closures in 2024. However, in a Wednesday investors call, Chief Financial Officer Robert Verostek said 70 to 90 would shutter this year. This, paired with the 88 he told investors already went dark in 2024, equates to as many as 38 additional store closures from the original October announcement. Some of these closures are related to expiring leases or aging buildings, leadership said. In a statement issued last year, Denny's Executive Vice President and Chief Global Development Officer, Stephen Dunn, said the locations the company plans to shutter are often too old to be remodeled or are not turning a profit. Okay. You know, so you got construction problems too, but oh well, I'll say it like this, not that, like it says, building, old age buildings and things like that. Okay. And since they're very old, of course, they're not going to remodel them. Okay. So to the next one, so MSN.com. Alright. Jo-Ann Fabrics closing 500 stores nationwide in bankruptcy. Here's a complete list. Okay. Yeah, so it's getting bad from here on out now. All right. There's no hope for Babylon's Great. There's no healing Babylon's Great. Okay. Bear with me. It's acting slow. Crafters and sewers are not going to like this news. Jo-Ann is closing tons of locations. The news comes after the arts and crafts store filed for bankruptcy a second time just last month. Okay. Here's what we know so far, including the full list of stores closing and what customers can expect in the coming months. I'll just leave this one because it's too much on this web page slowing it down. But you know what? Let's go to the book of the prophet Isaiah. All right. Isaiah chapter 19. And verse 4 reads, "And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel lord, and the fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts." Okay. The cruel lord right now is President Donald Trump. Okay. And America is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. Right. And the modern day Egyptians are you American citizens, man. Okay. So yeah, and the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel lord, right? Over into the hand, meaning, the power, might, or control, right, of Donald Trump, right? Because he's in that, seat right now, that presidential seat, okay? And he's very fierce, all right? And a fierce king shall rule over them. That's right. Let's jump down to verse 14, which reads, "The Adawan Yahweh has mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit." Okay, hence the reason why you have all these airplane crashes and things like that. All right, verse 15. "Neither shall there be any work for Egypt which the head or tail, branch or rush may do." Again, America is modern day ancient Egypt spiritually. All right, reincarnated. Okay, and because of shortage of work, eventually they will usher in, a UBI, universal basic income, for society as a whole, for the planet as a whole, right? Which is a further step towards their new world agenda, basically. You see, so we're not ignorant to Satan's devices. Okay, planes being sabotaged, human error. Okay, they want a complete control and dominance over the citizens. Okay, automated machines and artificial intelligence. Okay, that's what's popping right now. That's what's you know replacing manual labor, replacing people. Okay, there's even another machine where I work. Okay, that's going to be completed. Let's say it's going to be completed around the first, maybe the second week of March or so. Okay, and there's already two, parcel machines at work as it is already. They've set one up last year in August. Okay, and a few years before that, they set up the first one. So now we've got three machines in, and they're underway to completing this one. Okay, so that's gonna kind of cut the work. All right, that's what I'm observing anyway. That's what I'm speculating right now. Okay, so we've got to think outside the box. Let's go to another article. Right, from IndieStar.com. And these closures ain't just, for America alone. You got some over here in the UK too. Right. Coles announced more than 25 stores will close by April. Are any Indiana stores closing? Okay. These are, recent articles. Some of them don't have the dates on. Or at least I can't see it. More than 25 underperforming Coles stores across the country will be shut down by April. The company recently announced, and we're nearly in March anyway, so more, you may as well say next month because we're pretty much in pretty much in March almost. Obviously, these days have been shortened. The Lord is shortening the days, and February is already the shortest month of the year anyway. Okay, so pretty much in March. Okay, one of the Coles distribution centers in San Bernardino, California, will also be included when its lease ends in May. Opening in 2010, the company says, open quote, increased efficiencies with new technology capabilities, end quote, at newer distribution centers has allowed them to maintain its ability to fulfill orders without the San Bernardino location. We always take these decisions very seriously, Coles Chief Executive Officer Tom Kingsbury said. As we continue to build on our long term growth strategy, it is important that we also take difficult but necessary actions to support the health and future of our business for our customers and our teams. And of course, they've got the mindset of a business first um, priority or prerogative. And of course, they always put the customer first, but they always have their best interest towards the business as well. Okay, so they'll obviously put in place machines and things like that that can sort out work quicker. Just as an example for where I work, and things like that. All right, because that'll get things done a lot more efficiently. All right. Whereas if you just have people manually sorting things, it might not always be as quick. You see. That's why IT is pretty much at the center of modern day business, isn't it? Okay. Macy's, right? This is from the independent.co.uk. Macy's to close 66 stores across the country this year. 66. Right, this was put up the 10th of January this year. Right, it's got the full list, closure list. Okay. Macy's has announced it's closing 66 stores across the US this year. The closures come as part of a larger plan to shutter 150 underproductive locations by the end of 2026 in an effort to return the company to sustainable, profitable sales growth, the company said in a Thursday statement. Okay. Closing any store is never easy, but as part of our bold new chapter strategy, we are closing underproductive Macy's stores to allow us to focus our resources and prioritize investments in our go-forward stores, where customers are already responding positively to better product offerings and elevated service. That's what the CEO Tony Spring said. Right, got the full list. Arizona, got some in California, Colorado, Florida, Georgia, Idaho, Illinois, Louisiana, Massachusetts, Maryland, Michigan, Missouri, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Texas, Virginia, Washington. Yeah, major impact it's gonna have. Okay, this is from the Sun. Okay. Oh, and they're saying they found like bird FLU in rats, by the way. Okay. So, from the Sun, put up 7th of January 2025. Party City confirms final closing date nears as 695 stores officially winding down amid bankruptcy auction. And this is put up January. So imagine now. The company lost steam after 40 years in business. Okay. Party City, yeah. Murphy Ceasing, man. Alright. Murphy Ceasing. The Party City is closing its 695 locations across the country as the long struggling business heads for its final collapse. The party supply retailer announced just before Christmas that it will be closing completely in 2025. Yeah. Details are emerging about the imminent closure as the company filed its second bankruptcy in 2 years. Okay. The New Jersey based retailer now has just weeks left. Alright. Last days, many of the company's locations are set to close on the 28th of February, executives said in a meeting viewed by CNN. It's not clear whether every store will need to close its doors by then or if some may shut sooner. Okay. So here we are. Yeah, so it's not looking good for America, man. See, the elites, they want their new world order. Alright. See? Let's see this one from the Daily Mail. And yeah, lab-grown chicken coming to UK shelves. All right, as well. All while this is happening, man. Okay. See, we're watching and seeing everything that's going, you know, that's going on in the news. Okay. So yeah, dailymail.co.uk. It's put up 21st of February 2025 or 20th of February 2025 and updated 21st of February this year. So popular fashion chain closing 200 stores in second bankruptcy, another victim of Shein and Temu. A clothing chain that was once a fixture in every mall across America is to close 200 more stores as it prepares for second bankruptcy in 5 years. Amid mounting debt, Forever 21's US operator could file for Chapter 11 protection as soon as next month, Bloomberg News reported on Wednesday. If no buyer can be found, all of its remaining US stores will shut for good. Shoppers will be able to get clearance deals as shops sell off clothes cheaply, yeah. Typical. It was only in 2019 that the chain last filed for bankruptcy. Under that, it shut hundreds of stores and emerged in 2020 with a new owner. Okay, there's a new owner for Royal Mail too. At its peak, Forever 21, the go-to store for American teenagers for decades, had more than 500 stores in the US and 800 plus globally. Right. Forever 21 has been battered by the rise of Shein and to a certain extent Temu, retail expert Neil Saunders told DailyMail.com. Alright. So yeah. Yeah. This is where we're at. Alright. Express.co.uk. Another article. Right, this is over here in the UK. WH Smith. New Look. New Look is I believe it's a clothing store if I remember correctly. Memories, home base. Alright. Store closures this year. Alright. Shops that were once staples of the British High Street are now closing at alarming rates, putting hundreds of jobs at risk. WH Smith. High Street stores across the UK are boarding up at an increasingly alarming rate, with WH Smith, New Look, and Homebase all announcing recent closures. Stationery shop WH Smith has already shut down 6 locations this year, with another 11 planned. However, the retailer is planning to open 110 new branches in airports, train stations, and hospitals. And whenever you travel and you go to the airport and you buy things there, it's way more expensive than purchasing it, you know, where you normally buy it. Okay, when you buy things in like you know airports, train stations, places like that, it tends to cost more. To say goodbye, the chain launched Everything Must Go sales, so people living near stores that are due to close this year can expect to find some bargains. New Look has also already closed 3 of its shops this year, and its Porth Rhondda Cynon Taff store in Wales is due to be shut on Saturday. Alright. Meanwhile, a new Crown C19 with P-demic potential has been discovered in China. Alright. This comes after recent reports of the fashion retailer ramping store closures as more and more leases expire, raising fears of job losses for the 8,000 people it employs. Wow. Alright. This is from The Sun. Alright. You had a shooting at Pennsylvania hospital, leaving, injured police officer. deceased and several injured. Of course, there'll be updates regarding that. It's from the Sun, yeah. 22nd of February this year. All 45 shops closing in days, including New Look and Homebase. Yeah, that was pretty much the same from the other article, except it had New Look. No, WH Smith in. Alright. Fox 5 New York. (2025) layoffs. List of companies cutting jobs this year. Giant companies such as Chevron, JP Morgan Chase, and Meta have announced layoffs this year. Tens of thousands of jobs were cut last month. Okay. This was put up today, the 24th of February. Though we're less than 2 months into 2025, many companies have already announced layoffs this year. Okay. Headcount reductions in early 2025 are taking place at companies in a broad range of sectors, impacting thousands of employees. Here are the companies that have announced layoffs so far: Starbucks, Blue Origin, Chevron, JP Morgan Chase, CNN, Southwest Airlines. Okay. Tens of thousands of job cuts, nearly 49,800 jobs received the axe from US companies in January, according to a February 6 report from Challenger, Gray and Christmas. The outplacement firm said that marked the lowest January job cut total in 3 years. At the same time, it represented a 28% jump from December. January was relatively quiet in terms of job cut announcements, and so on and so forth. Federal layoffs, yeah. The private sector isn't the only place where mass layoffs are happening. Thousands of federal government employees have been shown the door in the first month of President Donald Trump's administration, as the White House and its Department of Government Efficiency fire both new and career workers. Tell agency leaders to plan for large-scale reductions in force and freeze trillions of dollars in federal grant funds. Here are some of the departments that have seen cuts so far: Homeland Security, Energy, Education, Veteran Affairs, National Park Service, Agriculture, State Departments. Okay. It's from the Mirror. Okay. Full list of 21 Lloyds, Halifax, and Bank of Scotland branches closing in March. It's closing in March. Alright, that push towards online banking is basically the way forward. Okay, but we know all roads lead to the MOTB, the RFID micro C it, man. Okay. Alright, they're trying to limit the walk-in branches where you go in and sort out your money and things like that, accounts that way. Alright, it's just put up today. Lloyds Banking Group is set to close another 21 branches across England and Scotland this March. Lloyds will pull down the shutters on 13 bank branches, while Halifax is shutting 7 branches and Bank of Scotland is closing down 1 site. The news of more closures will be disappointing for those who rely on face-to-face banking. So meanwhile this is happening, you still got Israelites debating. Okay. Meanwhile, all these prophetic things are taking place. Alright? Signs of the times, man. Okay? And debates are just a waste of time. Alright? It's literally a word fight, the word debate. Okay? It's the meaning of it. And the people debating, they're both going to go away believing in the very same thing that they're believing before the debate even started. So it's futile. Alright? Back to the article. If your local branch is closing, you can use any other nearby Lloyds Banking Group site for everyday banking, such as making cash deposits, withdrawals, and paying in checks. For example, Lloyds customers can visit their nearest Halifax and Bank of Scotland. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I've got the receipts, man. Everything's coming to a halt. Okay. These devils want, chaos to ensue so they can bring order. Alright. Let's go to the book of Ecclesiastes. Scriptures we can go to. You know already, man. Okay, perilous times are coming. Perilous means dangerous. Alright. Okay. Gonna be sedition, right? Upheaval. Okay. More and more. Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 3. And it reads, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, going into economy watches, alright, and the strong men shall bow themselves and the grinders cease, which is happening, because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened, and it's going to be a dark future for Babylon the Great, America. Right? Verse 4, and the doors shall be shut in the streets, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. Okay, this is happening right now. Okay, all right, federal employees losing their jobs, have lost their jobs. Okay, the employment will be overwhelmed. Okay, the unemployment rate, you know, it's overwhelming. Okay, and Donald Trump is the one in the presidential seat right now. Okay. Oh, both him and Elon Musk, they do the bidding of the top international small hats banking elite families, right? Who operate and run this entire system. Yes. Okay. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, right? People getting up very early, setting their alarm clocks, right? To basically get ahead, all right? And all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Verse 5, also when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fears shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden, and desire shall fail, because man goeth to his long home, and the mourners go about the streets. Or ever the silver cord be loosed, or the golden bowl be broken, or the pitcher be broken at the fountain, or the whole wheel broken at the cistern. Okay. So yeah. Alright, links to these articles will be found in the description box. Alright. Meanwhile, so much going on. Yep. Massive brawl erupts at Atlanta Airport Terminal. Okay. Like I said, the bird thing's been confirmed in rats now. Measles outbreak. Orlando could soon have flying cars from an airport site as soon as 2028. See, we're the final generation. We don't have another 10, 20 years here. Okay. And yes, we are the prophets of doom. Alright? That's what prophets do. What else are we going to prophesy about? Alright? We see Chief Priest Alazar of the Sakari, man. He's got that mindset of staying in the world, staying here, because he's comfortable here. Elon Musk warns federal workers must provide details of what they got done or risk losing jobs. Yeah. Okay. So in closing, Kal Halal Yahweh Shemi Al Shai. Links to these articles will be in the description box. With that, I say Shalom.